When Democrats get desperate, they start hoaxing. We got carpet bombed with hoaxes leading up to the election, and now they're circling back. Senate Minority Leader AOC just debuted the Minnie Miller hoax.
Stephen Miller is a clown. I've never seen that guy in real life, but he looks like he's like 4'10", and he looks like he is angry about the fact that he's 4'10".
Primetime measured Miller, he's 5'10", with no shoes on. He told us, quote, "It sounds like AOC needs a new therapist." AOC really shouldn't throw stones. Her fiance's no Prince Charming. Look at him. Legs crossed, Birkenstocks, straws. 3 strikes, you're out. But when we talk about her, AOC says we're just jealous and want to date her. We don't. And maybe her fiance doesn't either, because they've been engaged for over 3 years. Meanwhile, Miller's a stud with a wife and 3 kids. And now AOC fans want her to apologize for body shaming him.
Also, someone said, short kings are great. Absolutely. I'm not here. I want to absolutely make sure that I talk about that. I'm not here to make fun of anyone's anything, but the way people overcompensate over their own stories is what I'm talking about there. So thank you for the clarification.
Boy. So we got to talk about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a.k.a. AOC, who apparently is facing some backlash because for whatever reason, she is now backtracking after going on a reckless and unhinged rant against the deputy chief of staff for the Trump administration, Stephen Miller. Okay, she went on some unhinged rant because, you know, that's what Democrats do nowadays, right? They just, you know, recklessly attack officials in the Trump administration that they don't like, which, by the way, you know that Stephen Miller is based and effective when Democrats are now, you know, targeting him, okay? Yeah, it means that he's doing his job really well, okay? And AOC, again, decided to body shame Stephen Miller, okay? Apparently she's blind because she essentially shamed Stephen Miller for being short, okay? Being a short king. And I want to play the clip because Stephen Miller responded to AOC's little rant. Take a look.
Is that they are scrapping and grasping at straws because they have nothing else. Laugh at them. Stephen Miller is a clown. I've never seen that guy in real life, but he looks like he's like 4'10", and he looks like he is angry about the fact that he's 4'10", and he looks like he is so mad that he is 4'10", that he's taking that anger out at any other population possible. Like, laugh at them. Laugh at them. Yes, they are dangerous. Yes, we're here to be strong for one another. We need to expose the lies. We need to never let off the gas when it comes to protecting one another, exposing the lies, documenting things. We're seeing this too, right? And so I think it's very important to be able to hold multiple things at once. And we've seen this work in other cultures. We've seen this work in other countries. Yes, the resistance to authoritarianism is very real. The risks of abuse of power are very real. But one of the most powerful cultural things that you can do to a political movement that is predicated on the puffery of insecure masculinity. That's what I have for that. And also someone said, short kings are great. Absolutely. I'm not here. I want to absolutely make sure that I talk about that. I'm not here to make fun of anyone's anything, but the way people overcompensate over their own stories is what I'm talking about there. So thank you for the clarification. I appreciate that. Shout out to our short kings. Someone said not short king, short troll. That's correct. There's a difference.
Stephen, AOC is you're her favorite target apparently on Instagram. Check this out.
He looks like he is angry about the fact that he's 4'10", and he looks like he is so mad that he is 4'10", that he's taking that anger out at any other population possible. Like, Laugh at them. Laugh at them.
Like, laugh at them. Laugh at them. I wish I had a hoodie on. I mean, are we trying to play sorority sister as elected official? I don't know. I was at a sorority over the weekend over in Texas. I felt like I was back at the sorority house, except they had more sense. Stephen, quick response.
Well, we knew that her brain didn't work. Now we know their eyes don't work. So I mean, she is a mess, right? What a train wreck. What a train wreck.
I think you should just get a hoodie.
It's great.
You should just wear a hoodie from now on and respond to her in a hoodie. It should be hoodie to hoodie.
It's,
Stephen,
yes,
thank you so much. Yeah, go ahead.
I think the important point is that every time she's on TV, Republican approval ratings go up, Democrat approval ratings go down. That lady is a walking nightmare.
You're about, I know you for 20 years. You're about 5'10", 11. About 5'10",
yes.
So 4'10".
Yes.
I don't know what she can say. All right, Stephen, thank you very much.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Now, leftists, who, again, are supposed to be against this type of stuff, body-shaming people, clearly, as you can see in the comment section of AOC's video, her fans didn't appreciate her shaming Stephen Miller over his perceived height, right? And I say perceived because Stephen Miller is not 4'10", right? He's not a short guy, right? Not by any standard, unless you consider under 6 feet to be short. He's not short. Again, he's about 5'10", which is about average height for a man, right? Might be slightly above average. I don't know, but I'm just saying that he's definitely not short, right? He's not a short king for sure. But again, AOC is blind, right? And her followers don't really care about the fact that AOC is doing something that they claim that you're not supposed to do, right? Again, could you imagine if a Republican man had, body shamed a Democrat woman, right? Could you imagine that? Do you think that these people would be okay with something like that? Probably not. But again, when it comes to Stephen Miller, well, he deserves it.
Y'all have to see this. Human Thumb Stephen Miller was on Fox News last night. And for some reason, they had him react to a video of AOC talking about him. And she says in there, and he looks like he's so mad that he's 4'10", and he's taking the anger out at any other population possible. Like, laugh at them. Laugh at them. She also called him a clown fueled by insecure masculinity. Look at that face. He is furious. And they made him react to this live on air. And the whole time he's just going. And then at the end of it, he's like, actually, I'm 5'10". I'm not 4'10". He's so narcissistic. Attacking his appearance is what is going to make him crack. Like, he knows he's evil. He knows he's doing evil stuff. So that doesn't bother him. You can critique that all you want. He doesn't care. But the second you go after his looks or his masculinity or anything like that, he loses it. Look at that face. And AOC, of course, retweeted the clip. It's like, I am crying because they played it straight to his face. The whole thing. Not just like a little bit of it. She goes on and on. He's a clown, blah, blah, blah. He can't take it. So we should take this as a note. The thing that they are going to respond to is attacking their looks. Like Trump is trying to go after South Park in the background because he doesn't like his tiny body part that they're portraying. Anyway.
Oh my God, I didn't think that I could love AOC even more. I really didn't. She's just like elevated the bar. She was on a podcast and she gave, especially women, very detailed instruction on how to take down these white Christian nationalists who are out there bullying everybody, causing everybody to hate them, harming them. She said that these are all deeply, deeply insecure men who hate themselves, Stephen Miller and you name it, and that we have to mock them relentlessly. And then she gave an example. She relentlessly mocked Stephen Miller, hating his height, how he hates himself for being so short. I mean, she really, guys, it was brutal. But here was her point. When has the most dangerous bully on the playground ever stopped bullying? Because they had to sit down with the principal, because they had to have a timeout, because they got suspended or got detention. When has that ever stopped them? Indeed, from a psychological standpoint, psychological warfare, because this is the war they're waging on the left. The only thing that has ever stopped them is to expose them and bring them down to the little insecure small men that they are. So she's like, mock away, mock on social media, mock in person, mock in your videos. And everybody needs to be doing it, but especially women, because they're men. Oh my God, I love her. She's right.
Okay. And in this series, she went on to call Stephen Miller, she suspected he was 4 foot 10 inches. And I get those vibes from him as well, little Napoleon vibes from him. And I agree with her that in these, all the movies we've seen, the villains are kind of smart. And there's something kind of evilly cool about them. The villains here are so awful. And what's so traumatizing is you have part of the country that is celebrating these dorky villains. I mean, completely unearned dorky villains.
Yeah, so I'm going to tell you, I don't think it's a good idea for liberal women to endorse body shaming, right? I really don't think it's a good idea for liberal women to normalize this and to make it socially acceptable for men to now start openly talking about how we really feel, right, about a woman's body, right? A liberal woman's body, you know, the type of women that don't tend to be in shape, right? They tend to be plus size, right? They don't seem to be the most attractive looking woman. I'm just saying, I don't think you're going to win, right? You're not going to like it, okay? I don't want to hear no boohoo, whine, and cry when we can start teeing off on some of these liberal women in regards to how they look, right? Because if I didn't need a filter, right, and I could just say whatever I wanted about how a woman looks, okay, then, again, it's not going to be good, right? It's not going to be good, and I really don't want to do that. I really don't want that to be normalized, okay? So AOC apparently doesn't want that to be normalized either because she's backtracking on calling Stephen Miller short, right? She's trying to explain what she actually really meant when she clearly body shamed Stephen Miller for being short, which apparently is something that her audience doesn't appreciate, which is why she's backtracking. So without further ado, let's get into it.
I want to express my love for the short king community. I don't believe in body shaming. I am talking about how big or small someone is on the inside. Like, for example, I have no idea how tall Andrew Tate is. No idea at all. But that guy looks to me like 5'3", like 5'3", 5'4". Whereas physically, men of smaller stature can come across, they are spiritually 6 foot. If you're a good dad, if you stand with women, if you're not belittling immigrants, you're like, 6'3" spiritually. I don't know. Am I being problematic?
Yeah, I would say so, right? By woke standards, I would say so, because it seems to me that AOC in her little backtrack here, she basically is assigning virtue with height, right? She's saying that, well, see, if you're a good man, and in her mind, a good man is a man that is pro-illegal immigration, pro-abortion, right? A simp, right? That type of man, okay? Yeah, if you're a good man in her eyes, that means that you're like 6'3", which again, she would equate as good, right? Like again, being tall is associated with being a good man, right? But see, if you're somebody like Andrew Tate, who is again nowhere near 5'3" or 5 foot, right? He's not short. He's a tall dude. She says, well, I see him as short. Again, apparently AOC is blind, but basically, it seems to me that she's assigning negative characteristics to short people, right? That if you're a bad person, then you're short, right? You're short as a person, okay? So to me, I'm not sure how her fans who are offended by that going to square her explanation. I'm not sure if they're going to continue to express disappointment with AOC body shaming Stephen Miller. But the fact that AOC is even body shaming Stephen Miller in the first place, it really shows you how desperate these people have become, right? Democrats believe that, hey, if we just try to be more unhinged, right, more unruly, we curse, if we start talking about men and their body parts and, body shaming them and telling them how terrible they are, right? If we just double and triple down on everything that cost us the 2024 election, we're going to be fine, right? That seems to be the strategy from Democrats right now, okay? I'm not entirely sure why AOC found the need to even mention Stephen Miller's height, as if that has anything to do with anything. But if you're going to mention it, at least be accurate, right? At least know what you're talking about, right? I mean, come on. But if Democrats want to go down this road of body shaming, cool, right? Cool. Just don't cry foul when you get that same smoke, right? Just, I don't want to hear no boo-hoo, whine and cry. Oh, you said something about my vagina. You said something about my Botox. You said something about my loose skin, right? You said I'm fat, right? I don't want to hear nothing, right? I don't want to hear anything at all when you get that same energy in your direction. But I'm not going to do it, okay? I'm above that, I think, right? Maybe it just depends on the day. But, if this is the direction you want to go in, fine, right? But this is the reason why Democrats are losing men, right? Stuff like this. I've heard liberal women say that, okay, yeah, it's okay to just, body shame men. Let's do that. While at the same time, getting upset and mad when women are body shamed, right? All of a sudden, now it's okay to body shame because it's a man. This double standard is what pisses people off, right? It's why a lot of men are like, hey, I'm done with the left. I'm done with these double standards, okay? So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.